Here with men's hockey coach Bill Moore. Coach, coming off of a nice split with St. John's last weekend, lost the first game 4-3, but came back and won the second game 3-2. I think that second game really says a lot about your team. They're resilient. They played well after the first period on Friday, but then really battled back on Saturday.
Right, and for 5 of the 6 periods, we outplayed them. Unfortunately, that first period on Friday night, we just had a mental lapse and let some guys loose in front. They got 2 tip-in goals and another pass deflection goal. And we battled back to tie it 3-3, but then gave one up late on a really nice play. But you can't fall behind. But for 5 of the 6 periods, we played very well, and it was nice to get a split with a team that was defending conference champions and had everybody back.
You know, aside from the slow start, which would be probably the thing that you need to improve on, what pleased you about your performance last weekend?
I think the biggest thing was our forechecking. We got a lot more offensive zone time, and when you have a lot more offensive zone time, you cut down on the number of shots. I think Saturday shots were like 31-31, and there were a ton of power plays in the game. So you have to expect a game like that. The shots are going to be high. But then Friday, I think after the first period, it was close, 10-8 or something like that. We were down. I think we outshot them 25-9 or something the last 2 periods. So that much offensive zone time is going to give us an opportunity to score goals. And you know, right now we're really lacking that guy that will bury the puck every time he gets it. You know, kind of like Michael Hill was for us last year. But our defensemen are stepping up and putting pucks in the net, and you know, we're battling hard, and the more offensive zone time we can get, the more opportunities we're going to have to put the puck in the net.
You know, it's been a very balanced team in terms of your scoring, but I think that you know, you can pat yourself on the back if you want, but one key move that you guys did make thus far this year, you moved Michael Wolter from defense to forward. He's got 2 goals for you already. One of those people that he wants to play, you put him where you need him, and he's going to be able to come through for you.
I think the biggest thing, Mike is just such a coachable kid, and he'll do anything. You ask him to run through the wall, and he'll run through the wall. And when we asked him to play center when Tom Robicheski got hurt, he said sure, didn't think twice about it, asked all kinds of questions, and he just plays so hard, and the tenacity allows him to be successful.
Let's talk about this weekend. No rest for the weary. You've got Lake Forest this weekend for 2 games at St. Mary's. Talk a little bit about what we can expect from the Foresters.
Well, I think that the one thing you're going to find from them is they're going to be very similar to us. They're going to work and work and work and work. Maybe don't have that guy that's going to get 40 points in a season, but they have a kid named Jason McAloon who we really tried hard to get here at St. Mary's. But he was a Chicago kid, wanted to stay in Lake Forest. We didn't get him. But he was a very, very big player last year when we were at Lake Forest. So that's one guy we're going to have to neutralize. And then obviously Ryan McKelvey is a great coach, and he'll have the guys ready to roll when they get here. So we just have to play hard and continue to do the things that we're doing because we're controlling games. We need to score more.
Talk a little bit about the rest of this week, because it is kind of an odd week. You play right after Thanksgiving. How do you keep the guys focused? How do you make sure maybe on Thursday they don't eat too much? Talk about this week and your plans as a coach to make sure that come Friday they're ready to play.
Sure. Well, I think one of the distractions was already today. I mean, we have a home women's game, so we needed to get a practice in, so we needed to go at 6 a.m. this morning. Kids don't always have their brains going, you know, perfectly 100% at 6 a.m., so it was a hard work grinder type practice. Tomorrow we'll get a good practice in the morning, let the kids go home for Thanksgiving, and then they'll come back Friday morning. We'll get a good skate in Friday morning as a pregame, and then play at 7 o'clock. But, you know, it's kind of on them. I can't go home with them to make sure that they're eating the right things and that they're getting enough sleep and that they're doing the things that nutritionally are going to be beneficial for them on Friday. But it kind of puts it on their table. Are they mature enough, and do they want to win bad enough to do the things that are right and the things that will make their body play at its peak on Friday and Saturday?
It's Parents Weekend this weekend, and you start off the Lake Forest series Friday night at 7 o'clock, and then back on the ice Saturday at 2. Before that, of course, is Thursday, and it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too, and thank you very much.